J3, you ready?
Yep.
On 3.
2, 1.
Hi and welcome to Model Talk. I'm here with two guys that I would love to introduce you to. Here on my right, I have the wonderful entrepreneur, also known as Ahmed.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes, thank you. And then here on my left is Alexander Gurman, also known as the Billboard guy. So we're going to go ahead, thank you, and get going with this chat.
So what are we talking about today, Kat?
So I think as a model...
We're talking about Luana.
Yeah,
about
basically
models, right?
we're going to talk about models. And we're going to get into that really quickly. We're going to talk about how you become a model and have any success at all, or even a chance at success.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what got you into modeling?
Basically it's just a passion of mine. I do work full-time doing something else completely. But I have had some success in modeling. I've done a lot of runway modeling, some commercial modeling, and some editorial prints. So it's been a great experience so far, and I'm just hopeful to do more in the future.
But why do you model? Like, what makes it exciting? Why do you think you stick to it?
I think because for me anyway, I have a lot of energy and a lot of passion. So it's like a way for me to basically express myself, or maybe just be myself and let go a lot of energy without judgment. Mm-hmm. And
no judgment? There is plenty of judgment in modeling.
I guess so, but I guess when I'm in the actual moment of a photo shoot or a runway event, I'm so hyper focused on that time frame that maybe there's judgment afterwards, but during it I don't feel that way.
So when you're doing a photo shoot, do you assume a character, that you become something else when the camera is on you? I mean, do you become like a cat or something?
I do meow sometimes during my photo shoots, to get the juices flowing. But no, I think I become my true self, meaning I can just do whatever I want. You get to do a lot of different body movements, make different facial expressions, really come out of your shell. So I think I'm more myself, actually.
Why do you, Ahmed, like models so much? Why there so many of them come to your studios?
Well, I actually had
That's a great question. I love this question.
I've seen you at the fashion shows forever, at Hartford.
Yeah.
Every year you always come.
He just loves beautiful women, right?
They love him.
I love beautiful people. All right. So
and they just happen to be models, right?
They're model human beings, right?
Oh, are they?
So the answer for that is, right, there's a lot of misguided people in the industry, right? And I have a lot of experience, over 25 years in the fashion world, production world, as an entrepreneur, as a visionary. And I feel an obligation, a responsibility, that if I can guide them on the proper path, because, I'm one of those people that actually want to see success, and when I see success, I'm happy. Mm-hmm. So part of my happiness, my joy, is to see other people succeed. So if I could speak to a model and give her some advice on things that I've experienced that might save her from certain issues that she hasn't or he hasn't encountered yet, I think that's a blessing.
You mentioned a couple of times that you are a visionary. Mm-hmm. What's your vision? What makes you visionary? How do you define visionary?
So a lot of people always look for things to do. There's a lot of creatives, right? Fashion creatives, music creatives, visual creatives, painters, whatever type. But every creative needs a platform, needs a hub. So as a builder, as a contractor builder, I've always had the vision to be the person to create the hub, to create the facility. It's a gift that I have to be able to create. So if I can create and I can build, my vision is always to be able to provide a platform for creatives like her and yourself to come in and exercise your creativeness.
What is your vision for fashion world, for models in 50 years from now, 100 years from now? How do you visualize it will change or it stays the same in the new world? If you look in a little
I
longer
agree
time.
Because the industry has changed so much in just the last couple of years with AI emerging so much. Do you think there will be models?
Well, technically,
Of
with
course you do
AI,
the models.
you don't even require models anymore for photo shoots
Right.
because of AI, right?
That's what I mean.
AI creates the videos, AI
They
creates
do.
the visuals.
They
Yeah,
make
they do.
people. I
And-
mean,
And the minute we're at a point where the human element is understood by AI, it's getting very close. Right now, AI is still a little bit off from the human element, from having emotions and feelings. But they are actually putting emotional responses
yeah.
into robots that when you say something to the robot, they actually blush, they actually shy away, they actually give you human response of emotions. And if they can embed that into
But still,
the
the
actual,
key word is artificial. Artificial
Right.
means it's not real.
that is
Of
correct.
course.
Right.
But we're so embedded in our technology,
I'm
like
not-
even human connection has changed, right? But anyway, let's
I think
redirect.
models are going to be. I look in history, like the models 500 years ago, 10,000 years ago. Mona Lisa was model for like Michelangelo, and it's still models. Still, like, it will maybe at some point we paint, and sometimes we take a picture, but it's still the industry haven't changed that much. If you look at the major poses for Greek metal, or like you
Of
look at
course.
Roman pose, it's pretty much the same what we do on a runway. It's a little maybe more like preposterous nowadays in some of the poses at the runway, but
Not
it's
really.
it's
I mean,
pretty
everyone
much
was
like
like
follow
naked in
the
sculptures
concept.
before. I mean, literally, everyone's like penis was out, boobs were out, or if you think about it, we're more
I don't think we
conservative
put penises on the runway yet.
No, I'm saying like art in
Yes.
general, though, was much more sexualized before, in a way, than it is now.
Okay.
Well, to answer your question, my vision would definitely be something where it's a more collective effort of an international community, because we have such a broad spectrum of fashion, from almost from nudity to like fully covered, right? So find a happy medium, find something compatible that's gonna bring joy and I guess a mutual fashion sense on an international scale, where everybody can embrace the same type of fashion. It's hard to satisfy everybody and it's hard to accommodate everybody, as we know. But I'm one of those people that would be happy to see, something that's comfortable for everybody to feel like they belong to.
I feel like two of you had plenty of screen time. Now it's time
I
for
think
you,
it's
you to ask me a question.
I was just gonna say that. So, okay, you know a lot about modeling. It's
think
obvious
so.
from the conversation, right?
Yes.
So I think that we should talk about your point of view on some modeling things. The
Okay.
first one I think is just like how we were saying in the beginning, we were going to talk about starting modeling. So I want to hear your most important take, because I know that you do them also with some of your businesses, is comp cards. I want you to just give me a list of the no-nos of comp cards.
Okay. So the first thing that when the model is new, her or his advantage is being new to the industry. So nobody ever saw them and they can be discovered. So if they go right away to Balenciaga, Gucci, or major shows, that elevates. If they go to like some poo-poo low-level show, it takes years and maybe never they will elevate to that to the higher level. So the being brand new, like New York is called New York, is because we love new. So being a new model, the major advantage is you was not on any of the shows, you was not on any of the runways, nobody ever seen you, so you have an advantage to be a new discovery and you can be snatched by a major agency. Once you start doing like a lot of little small shows and it goes nowhere, you're probably gonna be stuck there forever. So that's like you need to take your new hobby seriously because later on you're not gonna have a second new opportunity. As far as composition card, I think follow the basics. When you're applying for, we're talking real
Yeah,
shows
say
like Marc
just
Jacobs,
the
Jimmy Choo,
basics. Yeah.
like good shows.
What you expect to see.
The first thing that Jimmy Choo personally will not see your composition card. It will be some kind of intern who gets like $10-15 an hour, and out of stock of 10,000 cards, they have to show to the choosing design like stylist maybe like 50, 100. So if it's not the
So
right
how do you
bag,
get chopped? What's
Okay.
like the first layer
So
of chopping?
you want to wear, let's say for the girls, I would say biker shirts. You want to wear like a small top. Why?
A
You don't
sports
wanna,
bra? Do you think a
sports bra is
okay?
perfect.
Okay.
So,
Because you want to be able to show how you look, how your body.
so
how you,
a lot of
Right.
girls wear like leggings and jeans and that stuff. So we don't know how many scars you have, if you have like a fuck off like a tattoo on your body. So they will eliminate you just on that base. They will not see you further because you don't follow that.
because what
further.
they didn't see, they can't assume. That
Exactly.
you don't
Right,
have.
yeah, they're looking for, it's okay to have tattoos for some people, for
you're
others
wearing,
it's not.
some
It's
girls
like a
wear
time
for
and
some
place.
reason lingerie or swimwear. This is a little sexualizing. So a
Yeah.
lot of feminine designers will never let you, if you show that
Yeah.
on the composition card, this is too sexual.
It's not
You want to be
considered
more neutral.
professional.
You want to stay more neutral, so
Yeah.
to get a more neutral
Professional.
understanding.
Yeah.
I think the full, white background, a proper one. A lot of composition cards nowadays come certified from renowned photographers, because we don't know if that been edited. Your legs are longer, or it was clean up some your blemishes or what. So when you're doing this with some known photographer, you basically the agencies will call them and say,
Yeah, they're like
"This is
verifying.
if this is like 5 years ago or this is like this month, if she actually looks like that, so that's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
I think longer hair.
that's-
Don't wear those ponytails. We make way more money with hair products than with designers. Designers usually look somewhat, if not penniless, but stretch for cash. So especially smaller designers. So, but the makeup, the estheticians, all the skincare companies, they have much more money. So they have much more saying. So if you're wearing lots of cosmetics and makeup in the composition card, they're not gonna see.
So basically, what you're also saying is there should always be a picture on your com card with little or no
Polaroid.
makeup. No makeup.
That's
So
what
that
we
way
do.
they can see the exact
We can always
canvas,
paint you.
the
Exactly.
canvas that you are, that they can work with in the future.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, they
Right.
want to see a blank canvas.
Right.
Your body,
Yeah,
your face.
that's what composition car-
non-sexualized. Yep.
Yeah, you want to have follow the standards. Full body, maybe a lot of models somehow they have all the front shots, but they don't have a back shot. For denim, for jeans, for all those commercials
They
that
wanna
require,
see the
they want to
booty.
see. Yes, you go to the gym, so it just.
You want
a
to see
lot
if you're
of-
What's
fit.
your
If you're
opinion
fit,
on
fit.
that?
If you go to the
fitness
gym,
is required.
not required, but they want to see if the jeans get a fit.
Right.
So that's
You
like
see how matter of fact he is about this? Like it's like completely just these are the facts. They want to see the butt.
they do want,
No
but-
ands, no ifs, no buts, and
No,
Yeah,
no
like
buts
that-
about it.
I think that those are basics that a lot of people kind of miss.
I think you're
If
right.
the card is eliminated, you can't write on it, they will put it in the garbage. Because if they cannot make notes, if let's say they want to write, she's available for Monday or like Tuesday, like this particular day, and if pen doesn't write on that composition card goes in the garbage. I've seen it many times. It goes like think that if they laminate it somehow, put it in the bag, it's better. No, it's not, because if you can make a note on it, it's it's easier to go to the next one.
So let me ask you, what got you started with billboards? Where did that vision come in? Because it's such I want to say it's such a beautiful act, although it's business, but you're also giving people that opportunity to be showcased on such a grand platform where they feel so emotionally attached, right? That human element, that emotional attachment is something that everybody's so thankful for, and you do it all the time.
Thank you. I think that it starts with vanity and narcissism. Like me, like models have vain, and I have narcissism like everybody else. I love to see my pictures there. I love to see my videos on the billboard. So, like other photographers, I think it's a pinnacle of many dreams for little girls from childhood to see themselves on Times Square on the billboard. And I did a couple of campaigns when people asked me to do billboards, and I kind of felt that this is like unnecessary. Who walks on Times Square? Who wants to see it? It's like crazy money you spend, and you get a glimpse of the fame. So I kind of was very skeptical. But once I did it, I was kind of forced to be a part of it. I realized from how many people it means a hope, a dream. How many lives it changed? It's some kind of accomplishment. So in life, then I realized that if I do it like daytime, nighttime, sunrise, sunset, like if I distribute it on social media and make a campaign out of it, rather than just putting, like some people just put it for a few seconds, film it with their cell phone, and that's it.
But you put like a whole rotating distribution, day and night.
Like once I have it, like distributed on Spectrum TV, Verizon TV, Cablevision, YouTube, Facebook, on different platforms.
Yeah, it's much more special.
That's when people actually get to see it. So the combination of multiple languages, like I told you, doing in Hindu, Cantonese, Mandarin, like 60, 80 languages. Those are the things that AI brings to people. Look, are
Wait, hold on. Backtrack a little bit. So you said you're delivering these billboards. Now you can have AI deliver these with all different languages, and like all multiple languages.
So basically, I'm kind of against AI in many ways, but here AI is my friend. What happens is I realized a few months ago that if I do, let's say, 1 minute billboard, and I split one every second on different language in all the 60 major languages, Cantonese, Mandarin, organically, I don't have to spend any money on Google.
Right,
it brings the people who speak that particular language. The AI, the Google, it's the search engine itself will bring to the people who speak that language. Let's say you speak Arabic or you speak Hebrew, whatever is your native language. Or
is that where you're from?
I'm from Ukraine. You got me with that once. So I'm not.
Kat is always the inquisitive one. Kat is always the inquisitive one. She wants to know. Anyway, so AI in this case helps because it understands what language is going to be more compatible to the images or the visuals that you're putting out there.
To a particular person who is watching your content. Because someone watching on YouTube, some Instagram or TikTok, it could be multiple platforms. But they all have that AI embedded in them.
So that's very good for marketing.
And that's easy. Like it's a marketing tool that's very effective nowadays.
Very nice. When was the last billboard you were on, Kat? I saw that one.
I don't know when it was, but it was like a few months ago.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about getting you on a nice billboard, you know?
Oh, are you going to put me on?
Yes, we're going to work on something,
so
you know?
We can certainly do that.
We can be on it together to advertise.
Yes, we can do. We can take a picture from right here. We can screenshot a picture.
Yes, we're going to be three of us.
Model talk to advertise it.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a great idea.
Agreed.
Deal done. Yes, very nice.
I like it.
So let's talk about
model
fashion.
talk.
Yeah, model talk, right? Let's talk about fashion shows, right?
Fashion shows?
What's your favorite type of fashion show? And you as a model, what's your favorite type of fashion show to be a part of?
Oh, like an actual show.
Right.
For some reason I thought you were talking about like TV. I was like, I watch no TV.
So a fashion show for you to be a part of one. Runway. What do you like at a runway fashion show? And as far as Alexander, what kind of show do you like to be a part of as a cinematographer, as a filmmaker, as a visionary? What is your choice of what you like to film?
Now, what do you mean? Like just style of clothes, or like what type of like actual physical runway?
All of the above. Let's take all of the above because you've attended a lot of fashion shows recently, right?
Yeah.
You've been a part of many and you've also attended many.
Yeah.
So pretend you're attending all of them. Or a part of all of them. Okay. Which would be your choice? Like, oh, I love the way this runway is. I love the elevated platform or ground floor. You like, what kind of lighting?
I think most models, like, if they had to choose in terms of feeling special and feeling like very powerful, they want like first I think personally they want a really great standout outfit. Most models I know, and this is just my opinion. Obviously, this is going to be different depending on like who you're hanging out with or whatever. I mean, I've heard it all, but in general, like they don't really like the street look, right? Because like you don't feel feminine. Not that you have to feel feminine all the time, whatever.
But
I feel like I have to I feel like I have to correct myself all the time because this is the culture we live in. It's like no matter what you say, you're crucified. But like there is, if you're a woman, you like to feel like very feminine, and when you're on the walk, like the runway, you have like a very like powerful feminine feeling.
But it's interesting that you say that because there's a lot of girls that tell me the opposite, right? They say, well, we're always wearing dresses, we're always looking feminine. I love that street look. I love that look where nobody ever sees me in that look.
I guess it just depends on your personality, which is a good thing.
But you know why? I think because that's something that they're not used to being portrayed as. So that's why they like it. They feel different,
something different.
And they've spent all their life looking pretty, looking proper, looking
Yeah.
feminine. And the minute they come out of that shell, they're like, oh, that was an interesting fashion show. I like that. That was different.
See, I guess I don't feel like that because, like, when I was younger, I was definitely a hybrid. I liked girly things, but I played a lot of sports. So I was, like, equally split between, like, dressing feminine and also, like, more sporty. So I never felt, like, trapped in a feminine bottle, like, all the time.
Let's see what Alexander has to say about that. Do you like, what do you like to film and photograph?
So my last fashion show was marvelous. I did a fragrance fashion show. So we did perfumes. So if normal fashion shows you can watch on YouTube or Instagram, this one you actually have to come to smell.
You have to smell
can't.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't
interesting.
smell. So every bottle had her own smell. We have big fans. We have
That
move
sounds
air.
fun.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was
interesting.
like
I've never
very.
been to a show like that.
We have the
a
coffee.
fragrance,
Yeah,
fragrance
fragrances.
fashion show.
Yes.
So each model comes out smelling different.
Correct.
That's
And
so-
we have
that's cool.
big
You have to do,
fans,
like, a lot
and
of
we move the
spraying.
air. So we have the coffee beans, we have the breeze, we have to move
That
the air
is so
between them.
cool.
But you
I like
not
that.
only outfit,
Yeah.
but you have to physically be there. Otherwise, you can't
Yeah, of
smell
course.
it.
How
like
can you
like
experience
you
the
can't
smell?
do it
Guys,
over the
leave
Instagram.
it to Alexander to come to us with the fragrance fashion show.
I
I've
did
never,
just
I have a full
I've
collection.
never heard of this, but this is beautiful. I love this.
Yeah,
I did it a couple of
yeah.
times, and everybody loves that show. The only thing that you have to ask if people have allergies, if look, there's too much smell.
Yeah, of course.
But my next fashion show is dedicated to my new camera. I just got a Sony 9 III, which is
It's dedicated to your camera?
Correct.
What's your camera's name?
Mike. It's a global sensor. That's
No,
the
no.
fastest camera in the world.
No, I didn't say. See, this is like the same fight
You
as
gotta
before.
give your camera a name,
Not
like a personal
what
name.
what
like
type of camera. What is your camera's name? You love it so much you're giving it a show. So did you name it?
Not yet, but that's a good idea. I should
I
name
think we
it.
should name it right now.
Okay. Well,
Give it a name on the fly.
I would say.
Come on, name it.
let me explain what the camera
I don't
is
know
about.
what the camera is, right?
Let
You
me
said
explain the
super
cam-
is the
let me-
fastest
I would know-
Let me
camera
explain
in
to
the
you why
world.
I'm
It's the
dedicated to the
best.
camera,
La,
then
la,
you will
la,
All right,
name
la.
it.
so go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Explain.
So this camera is special. It's
So
there is
special.
no camera on the planet exists
I
any
don't
close to
know.
this.
Before I heard otherwise from other cameramen.
So global shutter is a new technology that just came out. That's
Is this
if-
an ad?
No, it's not an ad. It's like the
Okay.
camera.
This is an ad.
Making
It
sure.
controls. I already bought the camera,
This
so
is
I'm
an
not
ad.
getting paid on that. I
Let the
already,
consumer know this is an ad.
No, we're just kidding.
Alexander is selling the camera. He works for Sony. He has
So-
an undercover
This
job.
is another side
I don't
hustle
work
of
for
this
Sony.
entrepreneur. He
so
does a
it's
lot
a
of
sport
stuff. He's
camera.
selling
It's
cameras.
a really fast camera.
Okay.
So like
So
normal
fast.
photographers can move like when the models move slowly or like in normal speed, everybody can take a picture. That particular camera allows to film the bullets while they fly. So that's literally
The
like
boots
it's
when they fly. It sounds like
it's
a
literally
song, right?
like it's a sport camera. It's made for the like action sports. But I'm thinking to bring that kind of idea to a fashion world. So like
So
for
what
example,
are they going to be wearing? Like capes?
Cynthia
they're
Rowe
flying?
does her fashion shows on rollerblades, on skateboards, so the models move
Oh, that would
extremely
be me.
fast. So
I
normally,
rollerblade everywhere.
normal cameras do not allow to
cat
film
helmet.
when they play hockey, when they move on ice skates. Like normal models, like they walk. It's a runway, but it's still runway. Runway meaning running. You know, so this is the camera that allows me to film. So my
Yeah, that's
show,
cool.
this particular show.
You should sell that idea to Nike.
No, this show is about Lamborghinis and Bentleys. So what I'm doing this show in cars. So every model gonna be standing in the car, and the car is gonna move fast. So we're gonna film the models in the cars, like
Right, so they're driving?
yeah. Someone will drive them, but they will stand like on top of the car. So they're moving. The car is moving.
It's on a belt?
Say it again.
The car is on a belt then, or someone else is driving the car.
No, it's gonna be real drivers, but the models will be standing in the cars, so the cars will
As
be moving.
the car
so-
is moving?
Yes, and a fast speed. Yes, that's the
What?
concept.
But the model is actually on top of the car, so
Correct.
they're gonna die.
Not on the top of the car. You know, like rooftop. You open the window and you stand, like in like some cars
The
have
sunroof.
roof,
You
like
come out
sunroof.
the
So like
sunroof,
you're
right,
gonna
yeah.
have them
Or in
sign
the
like
window.
like a waiver, like I may die and
No,
I'm
they're
not
not gonna die.
responsible.
I just think that fast-moving runway will be very interesting with the waving, with the wind, with
So how
the
much
like,
are you
movement.
paying them for that?
Well,
I
he's
think
not,
that
he's,
they pay
he's
me
not producing
to
the show, right? So he's gonna be doing he's gonna be using his high tech camera.
I got
So
it.
other photographers
Yeah. Film
cannot
the high
shoot
speed.
it. The only guys like me who have like one fraction of a percent who have that kind of camera, it's like $8,000 camera, can shoot that. Any normal camera cannot film that show. So I have the advantage over everybody else.
Very nice.
I don't know a single photographer like on my list who owns a camera like this. That's like the
See,
newest.
this is called.
So basically, I should buy one just to have
no,
it.
but you're
Just
not
say I have
you're
it.
not a cinematographer. You're not a photographer.
Maybe I want to be one. I maybe
But
want
you
to
can
do
be a
that.
model in that show. You don't need to. Like, I already have the camera. You can be just one of the girls in
That
a
almost
fast
dies?
car like model. What? Say it again.
I want to know how I'm secured before I agree.
You're gonna be sitting in the car. You will like
You'll have
pull
seatbelts
out
on, don't
of
worry.
the like window, and we'll film like half of you. Like
So you're
like,
saying I'm pretty?
yes, you are.
Thank you. What do you think?
I think that the camera he's referring
No, I was talking
to,
about myself.
the camera that he's referring to, has a very high speed refresh rate.
He doesn't
Yes,
like to
right.
admit when I'm pretty, but you know.
You're pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You're pretty smart.
Pretty smart.
120 frames per second.
Huh?
120 frames per second.
Right. So
And
it's-
they all, like, basically all the current cameras have rolling shutter, meaning that it goes from left to right, from up to bottom. So by the time it records on the sensor, there is a distortion between what you film on the left side on the top over the bottom. So that's why you have like blurry images. That camera does not have blurry images because
I
they
totally
all
got you. I'm
happen
with you.
like simultaneously.
It's so fast.
So that's like once you
Click,
see
click,
like very few
click.
people have that yet, but
So what kind of lenses is it going to take? The standard lenses that all of the cameras take?
I
Because-
can have cinematic lenses make it
Right.
better, but the
Guys,
the,
I just want to refer back to this.
Oh,
Model talk. Models
right.
are done
Yes,
hearing
model
about
Cameras
the
and stuff.
cameras. I mean, it was very interesting, but now we're done.
So, last year's Fashion Week, what were some of the fashion shows that you particularly enjoyed watching?
You probably watched more shows than me. I was more in the shows that I went to,
Mm-hmm.
but like, what show? You went to a lot of art hearts, right?
I went, so Art Hearts is a personal favorite of mine because it's a small walk from the studio.
Yeah.
2 minutes I'm there.
Makes
you know?
sense. So, did you have a favorite look? Favorite designer?
It's interesting. I don't really go there to watch the fashion shows.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
go
don't
there.
think they like hearing that.
It's okay, but I go there because all my friends are there. The photographer's there. Alexander's there, and Mr. John is there, and all my buddies for years. And I go there and I hang out, and it's like a convention of buddies that hung out all the time.
Yeah.
Fashion shows, we see so many. It's a time to vibe with the guys and check out who's got the new equipment and who's got the global
global
shutter
camera.
and who's got
Yeah.
the $8,000 camera, who's got the $10,000 camera, and to also speak about seeing people succeed and doing good and just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it doesn't matter what show I go to. My energy's the same. I've seen enough fashion, but it's more about having fun and enjoying life when you're there because fashion's around every single day.
When was the last time you took a vacation?
So getting back to model talk, models.
he's on vacation right now. He's doing what he loves. He doesn't.
So there's a physical
When you do-
vacation
when
and
you-
there's a mental vacation, right? And there's
When-
a spiritual vacation,
Have you
right?
had any of those?
Vacations. Yeah, once every 100 years I take a vacation. So
Yeah.
I'm due for one, right? It's coming
Probably.
soon. It's coming soon to
When's the last time you flew on a plane?
a plane. Wow. They have those out there, right? You
No,
saw
really.
it?
When's the last time? What year?
Wow.
Every week, every month he goes somewhere. What are you talking about? We fly like Miami one week,
Yeah,
like Los Angeles. Like we just did the Vegas one.
So why was the Victoria's Secret fashion show this year totally different than every other year? Completely different. They
Because there was a model that had wings that were the same weight as her.
very interesting. But I liked it because instead of having the conventional Victoria's Secret fashion show with all the same models, they brought all types of models in, right? And with very, very little,
$28,000 a seat. It's like it was very expensive.
Mhm.
It was very expensive to place models in the show.
Mhm.
So those that pay quite a bit of money. I think the
You think they turned it more into a business now, right? Than as
it
opposed
always
to
was a
fashion.
business.
It was
like,
always a business, but now
like any other fashion collection, you have a fashion designer, Marc Jacobs, Jimmy Choo, or whatever. Victoria's Secret doesn't have a designers. Designers come and go. It's a brand. It's a
Right,
company.
it's a
It's
brand.
not a CFDA show, not a Council of Designer production. This is actually a store that hires people to draw and make stuff. It's a completely different. The in the fashion world, it's despised because they make money.
They're they just have fun.
Models, yes, did have quite a bit of fun.
Yeah, the models
think
have
it's a
fun.
pinnacle
People have
of-
fun.
it's a
The
whole-
show is for fun. It's not really like a serious fashion show.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's
It's-
entertainment.
It's entertainment, but it's people go to gym
People
for
are
so
like
many months.
singing.
People getting ready for it. It's unbelievable effort.
Exactly, it's
It's
a
very
big
serious.
effort, but it's big entertainment. I wouldn't call
met
it like
one girl when she was coming out from the show, the Israeli girl, like I just spoke today, and she's told me today that she made $357,000 on her Billboard campaign. That's what Victoria's Secret paid her. That's my conversation with her today.
it's amazing.
Her first show, her first campaign, and that's kind of, and she will have more royalties for her agent told her. This is just her first check. That's like mind-boggling to me. So many models like work for like pennies and like for free and stuff. And this young girl, she's like 20. She's gonna be 21, and her first check is like that.
She made it.
And
She's
she's
like the
complaining
1%.
that like Bella Hadid and the other ones gets millions of dollars, and she got only 350.
Well, that's because she's this generation, which is
Well, I mean, to start, you got to start somewhere. She should be thankful
That's what
for
I'm
what
saying.
she's getting.
That's what we're
And
saying.
all of these other models, they've been there for so many years. None of these models started off making that much on their first check.
Oh yeah.
You know, I remember I did a fashion show. This was almost like 25 years ago, right?
No, but this is the entitled generation. That's what he
Right.
was implying.
So the fashion show was with for Jennifer Lopez, right? And she had a line called Sweet Face, and it was a high-end line. It was a competition to like Fendi, Gucci, Prada, and Naomi Campbell. A lot of these big fashion models were in that show. The show cost, I don't know. Back then it was just maybe a little bit over $1 million to produce that show.
Wow.
And
That's a lot of money. Even,
Yeah, especially-
even
but I mean,
today.
this is Jennifer Lopez. You know, J-Lo did a big. And I remember when I was backstage speaking to a lot of the models, they were just so happy to be there. They loved it. They represented.
Yeah.
And the whole runway, we had glitter on the runway. It just looked like. But some models were getting paid super amount of money. Some models were just there because they just want to be a part of Jennifer
Well, that's
Lopez,
how it is.
her first collection.
Yeah.
And some
No?
people to be next to her.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
Bar-
like who's gonna say no?
Yeah. So, you know, I guess it's when it comes to the money and what you're getting paid, you have to be thankful because, as Alexander, you said, so many models are struggling because it's, you know, it's almost, social media has turned everybody into an Instagram model or a social media model. If you think you look good and not, oh, I'm a model, right? But what really classifies you as a model?
Right.
As a fashion model or as a high fashion model? Is it the training? Is it your walk? Is it your relationship? Is it the type of designers you walk for? You know, is it the type of photographers or videographers that you work with? You know, what defines a real high fashion model? Or it could be anybody. What do you think?
You, me.
Right, Alex, what do you think?
I think the way to define a model is very simple. You can calculate the earnings. Are you getting paid to walk? Are you paying to walk? Is it a collaboration? How many gigs are you booked? Are you working with the CFDA designers, the console designers that are actual legitimate designers who have distribution? Or you work with poo-poo designers who just want to be designers, but they're not really designers. They're not in Macy's, they're not in Nordstrom, you can't see them in Berg and Gurman. So this is the real modeling. Are you paying to be on a billboard? Or are you getting $350,000 a check to be on a billboard? That's the difference. Like,
But you know what? There's millions of models out there, maybe a couple of hundred that are actually on Billboard. So, what do you tell all the other models that they're not models? Maybe
No, I'm not saying they're not. Like there are like I
So
said.
there's different
I think
levels. There's a
there's
high
levels,
fashion,
just like
there's a
there's
professional
levels
level
to
model,
everything,
there's
yeah.
a high fashion model, there's a
Right,
commercial
there is a
print.
beauty, like you can model just
Yeah.
your face.
Sure.
You can model runway. There are different like campaign
There's
models.
all different types of models, and
You
there's all
can be
different
like a
levels
lookbook
of
model,
success,
like
I
you
would
can
say.
be a catalog model. There are plenty of models doing the trade shows. They just stand there
That's
and
their
they're
job,
like a
right.
hangers, and they try.
Yeah.
And the buyers look at the dress on them. I just did the
Yeah, and they
bridal
Those are
show.
called basically promotional models. They do the promo campaigns at trade shows and
Yeah.
things like that, right?
Yeah, like I get paid
A
to go
model
to Paris twice a year
defined by
just to do
the
catalogs.
vocabulary.
Like, it's
If
just
people
varies.
want to follow your suit, if they want to model, like you are their inspiration. That's
Yeah.
what a model. If you doing something and then everybody else following the suit. If I put a clothes on your back and 100 pieces gonna get sold, then you're a real model. But if you wears it and nothing happens, then it's not a model.
Right.
It doesn't move the garment.
Right.
So a true model is her job is to be so special, to be a model to everybody else, influence whatever, like we call it now influencers. But that's what a model is basically. Like everybody, like once Victoria, like Naomi wears this or Kardashian wears, that everybody follow the trend.
I think the
Yeah.
key,
Once the Lisa from Blackpink start wearing those Labubu, everybody wants to have Labubu. That's a model that people want to follow that suit.
Right, exactly.
so I guess the most important thing, what you said is, are you the person that moves the product? You move the garment, you move the fashion, right? And if your look and
You
the way
model.
you
People
work
want like
and the way you model,
look up to you.
right? If you can actually are a marketing tool that moves the product, then you're classified as okay. Fair enough. I get that for print campaigns, ad campaigns,
Yes.
commercial campaigns.
You put it on a runway, the dress gets sold. The buyers come, the audience come, the media. If I put you in a runway and Vogue photographer comes, if Harper Bazaar editor comes, that's a model because they want to see her modeling. If Bella Hadid is in the show or like one of those big models like Naomi comes, then there is audience comes for them.
Right.
That's a true model that because they influence the.
But I think those are going to fall under supermodels, right? Because
Definitely.
they've been
Of
doing it
course.
for so long that
Yeah.
they're the elite. They're
Yeah.
the upper echelon. They're going to fall under supermodels.
But that's
so.
what you want. You want to be you want to be one of them.
I think a model is. I think you're a model, right? And when I say that, there's a model photographer, there's a model visionary, there's a model human being, and I identify each person in their own unique way. That we almost have to tear up that name and bring it back so that way everybody can feel like an identity of of belonging, that you're special in your own way, and that's why I kind of liked where this conversation started from the Victoria's Secret fashion show. That instead of having the standard Victoria's Secret fashion models that they had every year, this year they brought out all different sizes, shapes, heights, colors. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think
made
this
it.
is a good way to wrap up our conversation.
I think
I think
I will comment on this. I don't like that. I think my take on this, Victoria's Secret became known for putting those 12, 15 teenage models. Most of their models were basically virgins, young girls, and they put them in swimwear lingerie, and that was controversial at that time. They got a lot of heat. They had Me Too movement. All these people. That's why they didn't do shows for so many years, because they had all this litigation.
Backlash, yeah.
So nowadays, what they're doing following the suit of the Sport Illustrated, the other ones. So the money talks. Look,
Yeah,
you
but that's a
have curvy,
problem. Since money talks, money has compromised fashion. Fashion had a certain etiquette at one point. But once you bring in money, now it's not the fashion that's the most important criteria.
Look at the news today.
Yeah,
Look
no.
at all this LeBron James. Look at all this rigged games like the Vegas. All this. Like, if you look at the today newspapers,
Yeah,
they all
the scandals, all the scandals at one,
This
right?
is like all of a sudden a big deal. It happened. It took place forever. It just now. It's all of a sudden. It's everybody talking.
You don't
about it.
want to go into that conversation
No, we
with
don't
me.
wanna
We'll be
go
here for the
into
next
that.
couple of hours.
I think
okay?
we should just leave it on what you said.
Right,
And
so-
go out with that as our kind of like empowerment.
I think it's inspirational.
Yeah, it's a very inspirational way to end
I
it. And I
think
think it's good to
it's-
end on a very positive note because overall this is like a good talk we're
My
having.
closing words would be, it's being a model can open doors to Harvard, to Yale, to good schools, because nowadays colleges they want to bring students who have that modeling experience.
And they're also multifaceted.
Being a
It's
model
good to be
means
good at
that I
various
have
things.
so many friends who are billionaires, who really well, not friends, like people I know, I would
Yeah.
say, who come to a fashion show and they want to breed. They want to have a wife who's beautiful. They want to have beautiful daughters. They want to have good genetics. So they come and they look. Like in the past, it was like a ball. It was like a pageant. Nowadays, it's a fashion show. They see a beautiful girl. They have billions of dollars. They want to have a beautiful children. They want to have someone like Mona Lisa just to wake
They
up
want to have the
every day.
dream. They want to have the dream life, right?
So,
I
so
totally
they pick
don't agree
so
with
they
this.
pick a girl. I want that one to be my wife. So they look on the runway how they pick their wife. So a lot of girls get
How's that old song go? There's an old song, right? If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never ever make a beautiful woman your wife, right? You've heard that song, right? Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Some girls don't care about those billionaires, but they doctors, lawyers, they have a career of their own, and they just do it for the vanity, for the just beauty. They just because they love fashion. So it's very noble hobby. It's like a great disease to have, and it can last a lifetime. I see no problem if someone loves fashion and they want to model. I think they should enjoy it. I think there is a very honorable hobby here.
Well, to add to what you're saying, I think a person, if they want to be a model, they want to be a fashion model, also, always remember that once you're up on that runway, you're elevated, and it comes with an obligation that not only should you be just a fashion model, you should always be a model human being. And you should always allow people to know that you got that position, but that position should allow you to express, your common humanity and common decency, and be, courteous.
Yeah, I think you should
To
always
everybody.
be humble.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we all get old. And
Looks fade,
Yeah.
and what remains, right? Your human element, who you are as a person, is always going to remain. So I think you should always, keep in mind that one day those looks are not going to be there.
true.
And how you touch people and what you made them feel and what memories you left behind should be the representation of who you are as a model.
Yeah, I agree.
I see some girls who get somewhat distressed and depression, and they want to kill themselves, suicidal. And when they look at those pictures from runway, and they see how beautiful they were that day, that stopped them from that moment. I've seen so many girls who tell me, "Listen,
Yeah.
I felt so bad." But then I look at the beautiful aspect that stops me from killing myself. So fashion helps a lot of people who
Yeah.
have that depression.
I totally agree. Even
So-
if they even the smallest show gives you something to look forward. It gives you that endorphin high.
And a sense of security and sense of confidence.
That's what I mean.
Because
Like
a lot of girls when they
it
come
helps
out,
to build you up if you
Guys,
look
girls,
at it a certain way.
When I
Men
train
too.
them,
Yeah.
because at some point you don't want to be just a doctor or just a lawyer. You want to run a hospital. You want to run a major law firm.
Yeah.
And when you learn to be on that runway, with one look, with one turn, you make everybody to shut up. And listen to you. So
Yeah.
if you want to be a
Gives
leader
you,
and
like,
if
this
you want to be a
power.
big boss and run a serious business with thousands of employees, you better learn when you're a child. Kids that learn modeling when they're young, they feel that they're unicorns, they're special, they
Right.
deserve that spot, and when it's times to study, they will bet their ass and they will study and have those A
'Cause they have the
grade
confidence,
grades.
they
Because
know
they
they
get
can
used to
excel.
be special.
Yeah.
But if you don't give your child that podium, that stage, elevate them, they will think they're average and they will go to average school, they will have average life, and they will have the normal day job.
Right, and that's
But
true
modeling
for everything.
entitles you
Modeling,
to great
sports,
things.
Yeah,
And
like, you
that's
have to
how
excel.
you, for the rest of your life, you feel that you're entitled and you will get it. But if you don't give your child that chance when they're young, that they're special and they deserve that spotlight, they might never dream for it and never reach to it.
Right.
So modeling open many doors, like the confidence to accomplish
why
in life.
sometimes it
You don't have
doesn't
to be a
matter
model
how
for the
far
rest
you
of your
go.
life.
Yeah.
But that makes you a director of the bank. That makes you like a senator. That makes you a president of the United States, like Reagan, and so forth. So many models.
Basically, it gives you balls.
Yeah.
but let me say on the contrary, right? Let me play devil's advocate, right? So now you became a model, you were young, now you feel like, well, I don't need to do anything else. You feel like you're bigger and better than
Well, you have to
anybody,
have good
and I don't want to go to
parents.
school, and I don't want to do
Well,
this.
that's where the parenting
That
comes in.
sense of entitlement also could have a negative effect.
Everything is good in moderation, of course. Like,
Right. But you need direction, you need guidance.
Yeah.
That's where you need
That's
proper
where
upbringing.
parenting comes in.
Proper parenting, proper upbringing. All of those things are
Life
very
is all
important.
about staying humble and, I guess, keeping
When we do a
yourself
fashion show,
grounded.
we move as an army. It's one, like someone does makeup, someone does hair, someone does coaching, someone takes pictures. It's a lot of people get together to get that one picture, that one cynical result. So it's a team effort. So they learn to be a part of a bigger picture, like a bigger organization.
That's what, yeah,
So
I
it's
agree.
not just me. It's like whole division, the whole organization. Like when you produce, you need all these other people that help you to
Yep.
to be like
Yeah,
that.
it takes a lot to get one good picture.
Very well said. Very well said.
All right, boys.
Like,
Let's,
maybe if we get a lot of questions and follow up and comments, maybe we can do it again.
yeah, that
So
would
guys,
be lovely.
give us some comments and likes and whatever questions. So if that video, that podcast will have more attention than others, then we'll come back together in the same team and continue and do another like a second one or so.
Yep, definitely. We'd love to come back.
Well, signing off on this side from Model Talk. Kat, you want to sign off?
Sure. I'd like to thank Ahmed. I'd like to thank our Billboard guy.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. It was a really great time doing Model Talk, our first session, and we hope to talk again.
All right, sounds good.
Cut.
J3. What's good, kid?
I think that was very informational and human. Like I think
Yeah.
we're gonna get some numbers.
Yeah, we'll have some. Yeah, try to give you a little input of